The picture-perfect position of forward shaft lean at impact that every pro gets to is what every golfer chases. That feeling and sound of compression from an effortless golf swing and hitting that perfect shot is why many, if not all of us, keep coming back, even after this game continues to torture us. So today I'm with one of the greatest golf coaches in the world to easily achieve this and fill that hole in my heart. Not only that, but we go through drills to help you understand what the golf swing should feel like when doing this, how to use pressure in your feet on the backswing and downswing, better tips to help with rotation, and for all of you who want or need lag in your golf swing, we talk about how this is done effortlessly. So S2, let's go.
We had a discussion and it's actually pretty good for the internet, to be honest. You brought the Orange Whip trainer.
Yeah, that's the one.
Okay, so here's kind of what happens in golf instruction. So especially with filming. So when you film a golf swing, you kind of look at the geometry or essentially like the kinematics of the swing. And when you do that, you're looking at in a position. So you're looking at things from like a 2D retrospective position. There's a problem with that because was there applied motion to get there? Yeah. So like I can stand here and bend the back of my right wrist and hinge my left wrist to get the club to go here, but there was no force applied to my system other than the fact of me, I call it kinematically taking it back just with my wrist angles.
Yeah.
So for me to hit a ball doing that, I'm gonna lose a lot of power right off the get-go. And that was kind of the discussion because what you would do, like right off the ball, is the club would suck in a little bit, okay? We know on the downswing, like you were kind of carrying the club, you would lift it high, it would come out, and then there was always this right side bend look that you would get, and it wasn't always, but it happened quite a bit.
Yeah.
But kind of the crux of the matter is like, well, how do we create positions? Yeah. The very first time we talked about lateral motion a little bit, which is me just pushing right to left or left to right, okay? When that moves, where's the direction of this thing swing?
The opposing way, or like right to left?
Going straight back though, right? Yeah. So like if I push from this direction through my body into the ground, the reaction is this club starts to move kind of in a straight line.
Yep.
So if I was thinking about that from like a golf swing perspective, even though I'm on a tilted angle, if I move left to right, this object's going to get thrown down the line.
Yep.
Now, the amount of speed I put through my system, if the body can handle it, will project the club straight back, okay, away from the ball. Now, when that occurs, the next thing we talked about was creating like a significant break underneath the right side so that you wouldn't keep loading pressure right.
Yeah.
Because if you do that, you're not actually loading pressure, you're moving your mass over your right side. And if you move your mass over your right side, the body's going to react to that mass movement. Either it's going to push it way underneath you or it's going to push it up.
Yeah.
So you kind of throwing the object back, hitting the brakes, you have to react to that. And your reaction was to turn. So you kind of throw it back, turn. Now, because I'm pushing away from the right side, it's pushed me back to my left.
Yep.
That's essentially what you have to do. Like if I was thinking it from a movement perspective, that was it. Now here's the caveat. You didn't know what to do with it from that point.
Yeah.
Right? So we started talking about the lead side. So when you hit the lead side, you hit the brakes again, and this club is still going back.
Yeah.
That was the thing that was kind of like eye-opening for you. This club's still getting thrown back, but you're landing and turning while this is still going back. So we looked at pictures of like Rory McIlroy, you look at Adam Scott, you look at Kyle Berkshire as a long drive player. Like Kyle's here when he's slamming the brakes on the lead side and he's already going through rotation, including Fleetwood.
Yeah.
Remember that video?
Yeah.
So that was the big one. And what's interesting is that's what gets your handle to look forward. It's not you trying to mechanically do something.
Yeah.
Because that doesn't work. Okay, you could do that for 5 years where you try to drive your hands down to the ball. It's not going to produce a shaft lean look. Okay?
Yeah.
Good?
And
Any
then
questions?
the foot, which is like the main thing.
Oh, yeah, that was a big one. Okay,
Yeah.
so thank you.
Yeah.
So you actually worked on at one point of your golf experience keeping your right foot down.
Yeah.
And in doing such, it turned off the rotation, the horizontal rotation of your body. or torque or transverse rotation. So you turning would allow this foot to actually come up or actually get internal rotation of the right leg, which will drive your right hip that way.
Yeah.
Okay? You weren't doing that. You were
At all.
keeping it down.
Yeah.
And in doing so, you just kind of threw your arms at it.
Yeah.
All right, let's do it. Show me where we are now. Just kind of run your stuff.
Last 2 days, all I was really doing was like the drill, just
Okay.
to kind of figure it out. And then I started trying 7-iron driver. It's too sporadic right now, but I think this maybe reps and timing. But my main thing is kind of just getting this more vertical, like we kind of mentioned, rather than like here.
Around, yeah.
And so once and then the instant I land here, I'm basically just like pushing and then leaving
Leaving that back.
and then it's coming like pretty much like that.
Okay.
And so those are like
Can we talk about the vertical though? So the
Yes,
vertical,
sure.
so you would rotate kind of like this, like you'd rotate around to try to get depth. You got to be careful when you talk about depth because you don't want to take your left arm and pull it across your chest real early.
Yeah.
Because once you do that and you start pulling this across your chest artificially,
Yeah.
the club tends to go around you too early and then you run out of room, then you lift. And that's kind of what you're doing. So you feeling more like push, we call it a vertical force for that matter,
Yeah.
off the trail foot
Yep.
allows you to create more tilts and get the club working a little more vertically going back.
Gotcha. Yep. All right, let me try that.
So let's just do the drill. We'll see what it looks like.
And
Okay.
then it pulls left if I don't like leave it here.
Yeah.
And it just goes
Go
over.
a little more lucid with the arms and the hands.
Yeah.
Like throw it back, drive through, throw it back, drive through.
Yeah. And then the main thing, I guess, I don't know if it's missed, but problem is just like I chunked the majority of the things, but maybe it's because like I lean back, but.
Like that?
Yeah.
So
And I
that's
think
more,
it's 'cause-
well, it could be some of that, but also you trying to drive your hands still. So do a few more.
Okay.
It's lovely.
So that's when I get it okay, it'll be like
Can you make that a little longer?
longer like this.
Yeah, just feel like you throw it back a little longer than you just did because you threw it to like right here.
Yeah.
Throw it a little bit longer and then clear out of the way.
Okay.
And feel like all this stays back and you clear. Awesome.
I just always like whenever I chunk it, I just feel like I'm. So I guess the one thing I kind of texted you about is like when I throw it back, when I try to like exert the force this way, since it's back, it seems like I'm getting pulled, and then I kind of tilt
Let's
back.
simplify that out.
Yeah.
Try to throw it back and land left and turn. Like don't think about your body so much.
Like just like this way.
No, just look. Throw it back longer, land your pressure left.
Yep.
Because you're not enough left yet. You're
Oh,
still
okay.
on your right foot.
Okay.
If you're on your right foot, your brain knows you're not going to get to it, and then it gets kind of jammed up. That's
Oh, I
why you're
see.
hitting behind it.
Got it. Okay. Let me try that.
Yeah, don't be afraid to push too far forward if you want.
Okay.
Instead of like I'm standing here,
Yeah.
okay, I'm not going to move anything, but I can push
Yeah.
towards the target.
And what am I doing right now?
You're going like that. You're getting over your right foot.
Oh,
want you to
I
just
see.
Push away from the right foot,
So I'm doing this
Yeah.
instead of
pushing
this.
away.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let me try.
On such a short swing, you don't need to do that. Look, if I'm here and I need to make contact, okay, I'm going to chip a ball.
Yeah.
This thing's really, really whippy.
Yep.
So if I have any right piece, I just hit behind it. I want to push forward. Now I'm ahead of it. There you go. See,
Yeah.
now you're on your left side.
Gotcha. So does that mean the longer this is?
The longer you're going to push off the right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like I want you to simplify this out.
Yeah.
This is not like you want to look at it like this. You're like, okay, if I could do it from this far back, boom, and hit it, or this far back and hit it, I cannot let my centers load for too long right, because then the shortest shots, which are just as important as the fullest shots, if I'm back here, I'm toast,
Yeah.
because you can't control the low point of your swing.
Got it. And so would you say you're hovering a little longer here the longer the backswing you said? Or
You're
just,
pushing
like,
longer,
Yeah, pushing longer.
not
so-
hovering. Yeah. So I have a bike pedal.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm here. So Bryson's a good example. So
Yeah.
Bryson is 1 inch forward at the top of his swing with his driver. 1 inch forward.
Yeah.
Okay. He's not 1 inch back. Okay. Rory is 0, but he was 2 inches back. Okay.
Yeah.
So there's all these different patterns that people get into the semantics about.
Yeah.
Like, oh, this, look, it's very easy in the instruction industry to say this mousetrap's better than that mousetrap.
Yep.
Okay. It's all subjective. At the end of the day, all these players are very good at getting back to here.
Yeah.
So in Bryson's case, Bryson sets up, he puts a ton of force early into the right side and pushes it back forward. So he has a stable axis looking player.
Yeah.
Rory shifts right first and then does the same type of action to get back.
I see.
He doesn't go here
Yep.
because now he can't recover from that.
Got it. So it's pretty much like,
There. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just overdo that.
Okay.
Like if you overdo it, great. Thin it. It's fine.
okay,
But we're not allowed to hit behind it.
got it.
Awesome. Okay, I'm gonna start filming you.
Okay.
Do that a couple times. Lovely. It's a good bottom where you get both sides here, okay?
Okay.
You ready?
Yep.
Three in a row. Very nice. Keep doing that. Same input.
Oh,
That's all right. That was a little bit forced. Try that again. Soften, soften, soften.
I feel like when I'm too like holding the club and just trying to.
Yeah, don't
guide
try
it.
to mechanically do it. Let it flow. Take it all in. That was good. Okay, good.
And with that, let's take it all in for a few seconds. Hopefully you guys are enjoying this lesson so far, and if you are, stay tuned until the end because this lesson continues to get even better and better with the most revelations I've ever gotten on this Scratch to Scratch journey. With that, please subscribe, like, and be part of S2 Nation. It's the only golf channel where I train with the greatest golf coaches in the entire world to get the scratch and share with all of you to help you with your own game. Now, let's get back to the show.
So if you don't notice the theme here is we're trying to departure a little bit of it, because I know how you tick.
Yeah.
Like you like to like deep dive into like all these mechanics and everything.
Yeah.
Just trying to like calm you down a little bit, okay? Because things look too good for you to have too much variance. And where's the most variance? Most variance is in your contact.
Yeah.
So you're thinking way too hard about a simple subject. And the simple subject is, I'm trying to push, like you're gonna have pushes in basically two different directions, this way and an up and down. So if I essentially push off the right side, it's gonna make me go towards the target. And that break to the right is gonna allow me to rotate.
Yeah.
Okay, so both those things are helping me in facilitating a good backswing.
Yep.
But when the attention goes into like lagging the club or wrist angles or all this other stuff that you find on the internet, that half the teachers will agree with and the other half have, oh, I like it like this. It's like, okay, well, at the end of the day, are we hitting the ball first?
Yeah.
Right? Like it doesn't really matter. So when I look at you, I'll screen record this, so I'm going to be good. Let's just look at it from like basic lines. So here's your left shoulder. Here's your axis of rotation. Here's your right hip. So you get in here and that looks fine. Okay. You get some pressure to go into your right foot. You throw the object back. So left, there's your left to right force. Left, right. So like on my gas plates,
Yeah.
it would read, and look, there's a lot of different patterns, and like I have all these different players that do different things, but inherently they all do the same thing there. Okay, so they go left, right, boom, hit the brakes, they throw the club back. See how the arms are a little wider there? They're not as hingy.
Yeah.
So if you start seeing this get too short, like, oh, hinge your wrist, like, okay, that's telling me that you're mechanically doing something. Okay, so then you're pushing off the right. Now see how the hip is turning?
Yeah.
And going forward. So now you actually created a gap here. Now, is this too forward? Maybe, but don't worry about that right now.
Yeah.
Okay, who cares?
Yeah. Okay.
I'd rather you be over here than over here.
Okay.
Then you're already left, so now you hit the brake, and then you can turn, and the softer your arms are, and I have a drill for you for that, the more that club will kind of trail and lag. But you hit the ball first, and then that looks better, and your arms are straighter.
Gotcha. Okay.
So at the end of the day, like, that's consistency, okay? Then here, it's already a better input. You'll see pressure goes left to right. That club is not whipping inside as much anymore. Remember that club was like way back here?
Yeah.
That looks way better. That now you actually see the club go back. Look at your course. Here's a change of direction.
Yep.
Hips are opening better. Trail legs more internal. Stayed in your tilt. So much better.
Yeah.
So my thing would be, how would we expand upon that? It's like softening those arms up and letting them just kind of load back a little bit more.
Okay.
So they're not so straight and rigid looking coming down.
And that'll basically allow it to shallow and get behind. Is that what?
Okay. Well, hold on. Okay. Let's talk about this shallowing thing.
Oh yeah. Guys, I text Dana every night. Think about steep versus
He
shallow.
says, is this steep or shallow? I'm like, okay, Rory McIlroy has it pointing inside the ball at P5. He's number one in driving on tour. Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it, guys.
Yeah, get the body stuff better, and then we could talk about that. So right here, for everyone on the internet, is that pointing outside the ball?
Yes.
So it's shallow. There you go.
Boom.
Don't worry about
Just
that.
needs confirmation.
Yeah, who cares? All right, you're gonna do one more, and we'll do a little bit of I brought a ball for a drill for you.
Okay.
Money. That's great. Great. Okay, so I have two objects here. So this is a med ball. Do you ever train with these?
Yeah.
Okay, so what do you do with them?
Kind of just do this and throw it like that. Back in the day when someone showed me a drill like that.
Okay, so here's how I want you to do it.
Okay.
Like, you wouldn't throw this object like that, okay? So when you train this thing, I want you to go left, right, and I want you to brake and let this stretch your system out, okay? So go and hold that, because I want the arms to kind of get extended.
And then throw it?
No, don't think about how to do it, just do
Oh.
it. So like you're gonna throw it to my hand. Now see how this stretched out?
Yeah.
And you hit the brakes.
Yeah.
Okay, can you do that again?
Yep.
That's what I want.
Okay.
So like, you're not trying to manipulate the ball in the direction it's going. If I had the ball here and you say, okay, throw it as hard as you can in that direction, I would go left, right, throw the ball, right? So this stretches this whole system out.
Yeah.
And by the way, that lights this up. So
Yeah.
everything's not turning together, it's going slam. Now you have better stability to push this way.
And you're feeling the brake here?
The
Like-
whole entire foot.
Like
Not the inside of the foot. The outside is pushing.
Oh, so it's kind of like that. Because I'm like, I guess two ways I'm gonna think about it. It's like either here or here.
Just like that. Just plant push.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's like this.
Yeah. Do that again. Throw. Boom.
Oh,
No,
throw
look
it.
how that stretched.
Okay.
Okay, so why do we need that? Because that's what's going to allow you to load your system up so that you change direction on that,
I see.
right?
Yep.
So you can't stand here and try to tap positions and do that. It's not going to allow you to do that.
Got it.
Now, the other thing that you brought, which I'm grateful for, is if you felt that going back, so go and set up.
Yep.
Okay, go and feel that going back so it's long. Go ahead, throw. Now that's still going back, right? When this is still soften, this is still going back, and this is ripping open. So keep going, rip.
Oh, this way.
Get your foot up. I want you to feel almost like that.
Okay.
Like this is gunning around, and this is staying back.
Gotcha.
Okay, do that again.
Do the whole thing, yeah.
Yeah. Exactly. Okay, we're gonna have fun here. Can you do that right here? I'm gonna film it.
With a club.
Nope, with that. I want you to feel you pushing forward and that still going back while you're ripping open. So the object's still going into your backswing as you're opening. Don't stop. So
Okay.
don't go like this. I want you to let it go.
Okay.
We're gonna do 3. Yep, let it wrap back on you more. It's still going back while you're changing direction with your hips.
Okay.
Okay, ready?
Yep.
Better. Come look. You don't feel like that in your golf swing. Okay.
Not yet.
Not yet. Very conscious of trying to do stuff with your hands. So watch the difference. So just like we're saying, it's an object.
Mm-hmm.
You're throwing the object forward. Right? So you kind of get it tucked there. So now you have, we call that a medial lateral force.
Okay.
So it's underneath your lead side. So like in my long drive community, this stuff gets magnified.
Yeah.
For speed, because nobody can try to hit positions.
Okay.
Unless you want to suck.
Yeah.
Okay? It doesn't work. So pressure lands left. See the object still going back?
Mm-hmm.
Then hit the brakes, right side. Throw it back. See that? Now you're already going the other way as the club's going back. See that?
Yeah.
That's what you don't do. So see how you're already slamming? And look at
Yeah.
your range of motion got shorter.
I see.
So you know all that runoff that you get where it gets long, and you get long in your swing?
Yeah.
It's because you don't change directions properly.
Gotcha.
Because you're so like position orientated, right?
Mm-hmm.
So now pressure lands here, object's loading. How's your lag there?
Pretty good.
Yeah, fine.
Yeah.
Now I'd actually like this to soften up a little bit more, like your lead arm.
Well,
Like
just
let this actually almost bend.
and not straight the entire time.
Yeah,
So like,
yeah, you don't need to do that.
Okay.
And you don't believe me, look at Brooks Koepka, look at DJ. So DJ and all these guys, when they transition, they start to load. This arm actually, the radius starts to shorten.
Okay.
Okay, it's because this whole system's driving, which is pulling on that lead arm and lead lat.
Yeah.
And then, because there's a vertical, it blasts it off later. But see how open you got?
Gotcha. And you're saying it's softening at the downswing or even through the backswing?
Through the backswing.
Oh, okay, got it.
Yeah, you're not trying to create tension.
Okay.
Is that right foot different? Right leg internal?
Yeah, that's pretty open.
Way open.
Way open.
And now your handle's ahead without trying.
Mm-hmm.
And then the hands will decelerate, the club will go. So that's kind of how that works.
Okay.
Right? So like, don't take this for granted. This thing's good because it's giving you a feedback loop that's appropriate.
Okay.
You know, like
Yeah.
banging balls, looking at positions is one thing. And look, I'm the most complicated guy on that side of the fray anyway.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, you're like, okay, like does that make or break you hitting it better?
Yeah.
It's very subjective.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you could take guys in 5 different directions and the patterns are all a little different, but doesn't mean one's better than the other.
Okay.
Depends on the situation. Okay, let's try to do that with a club.
All right.
Whatever that felt like.
Okay.
So like pump one forward like it's the club, and then, yeah, kind of like that.
Okay.
Those arms just kind of get,
Loosey goosey.
yeah. Okay, feedback, hit the ground.
Yeah.
So we
I
know what that is.
Add more. I need to get more on my left side.
Push forward,
Yeah.
harder.
Yeah, I keep like. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I got it.
Like push ahead of it and let the club. So while I throw this back, I'm pushing the opposite direction.
Yeah.
Yeah, there we go.
See.
Way better.
Yeah. And it's going right because I'm kind
No,
of.
you don't. I don't even care. Don't even start. Nope.
Not today, guys.
Yeah, we're not, because that's going to feed the beast.
Yeah.
Let's get like 5 under your belt. That started straight.
Yeah, a little bit.
Didn't start right. That's why I don't want you to worry about it.
Okay.
Nice. Better bottom. 3 in a row. Okay, one more.
Okay. Oh,
That was the old swing. You felt that?
Yeah.
Loaded up on it, spun out.
Yep.
Okay, last one.
I'm just doing another one.
Nope, that's not the right movement. Throw it back, push open all the way. Nope, all the way.
Like this? Oh, okay.
Don't
got it.
stop.
Okay.
Yeah, you want it to replicate this.
Okay.
So my goal for you is it replicates this,
Yeah.
not Am I here? Am I here? Because that's feeding the opposite. I want it to go boom, woof, through.
Got it.
Awesome. Okay, so out of those 5 shots, 4 were actually pretty good. 1 went right. The other ones, they're all kind of cutty on a few of those.
Yeah.
We'll talk about the path in a minute,
Yeah.
which I'm not even going to sweat. That's even easier.
Yeah.
So, but let's talk about the big thing for your playing around this.
Yep.
Do you remember our conversation the other day about like committing to shots and stuff?
Yeah. Yeah. When we were on the course, or just on Friday, both.
Both?
Yeah.
Okay. So what did that all mean? Like what are some things that you can control right now?
What you pick for your club, where you're aiming, and then the feel that you're going to go into it.
The general overall feel.
Yeah.
Okay. Not super specific.
Yeah.
Because if you get super specific, it feeds what you like to do, which is like think about positions.
Yeah.
And I know I can do those 3 things very, very well every single time.
Yeah.
You in that whole 5-ball hitting zone that you did, 4 of them were more like that. 1 of them you kind of started thinking about it. So we're going to talk about path in a second.
Okay.
But do you remember this the other day about the loading? Why we don't take our arms in? Why the club goes. So
Which one?
if we look at alignments,
Yep.
okay, we have to be careful here because you can't manufacture this.
Yes.
Okay. Guys like to manufacture this all the time, right? So that you get on the internet and there's tools to get people to do this
Yeah.
or to do this or whatever, okay? They're missing a big piece. Kinetics causes that, and the alignments you throw it into allow you to do it.
Yeah.
Okay. So if you have a bad backswing, it's harder to do a good downswing.
Yep.
Is what I'm saying.
Yep.
So if I take it too high or I take it too deep, there's ramifications for both.
Mm-hmm.
So what you have to feel, because you used to kind of suck it in,
Yeah.
lift and then come out, you have to feel more here.
Yep.
And then as you're transitioning, this is loading.
Yep.
And this is actually getting almost to you feeling like it's getting trailed behind you and stuck. My hand path actually stays more back.
Yep.
If I do that, the swing direction is less left, you'll start drawing it.
Yeah.
Okay?
Okay.
So go ahead and take it back. So just like you've been doing, push, land, good. Yeah, and this is all gonna get stuck on you.
Yep.
So feel like this just gets stuck as you drive your right hip to the target, as much as you can, okay? And I want you to overdo that. Don't try to place it there, try to land and spin and get stuck, okay? Good, again. Pretty good, dude. One more time.
It's okay. Yeah.
Cool. Good contact, is right?
Yeah.
Look at this. That started right, so that's his face. Look at this. Backswing length is good, landing, turning. For all you shallow people, that's fine. So this has got a drive, so you have good separation between the hip and the rib cage, right? So
Yeah.
rib cage closed, hips square, this is driving. So as you come down, that club is inside the hands, but the face is open.
Yeah.
It's the only reason why it started right. Stayed in your inclination, your opening. It's pretty good. So just try to let this just kind of close earlier and stay behind you.
So does that mean to allow this, because I think we hit it on Friday, but like when I let this go, the reason it's staying open is because I'm too forceful and it's not like letting it.
Yeah, it's not letting so gamma torque is this torque where the face closes. Now, some people might feel manually like it starts to close, but it's not with the arms firing down. Okay, so you have to feel like this is almost like when you turn into your lead arm, this is actually shutting down. So like one good way of saying it would be like what tour pros do is they turn the loft down and they rotate hard enough that it doesn't go left. It's one way to look at it. Okay. So like tour pros do this, but that ball will go left. Well, they happen to rotate enough that it doesn't go left.
Okay.
That's kind of the matchup. So if I go back and I'm turning, I get that way and I deal off the club. Okay,
Yeah.
ready?
Yeah. So
By the way, that was a nice golf swing.
thank you. So is this down here? Is this P5? Where's I just had a question in this area.
That's P6.
P6. This is when that like basically this starts like going like this.
Oh, it's going to happen from the top.
Oh, okay, got it.
Yeah, so from up here, so go up there. So you throw it back, you change direction. This is all soft.
Yeah.
Right? So go and keep opening. This is going to start shutting down. Keep opening. Boom.
Gotcha. Are you exerting any like speed with your arms down below, or are you just like
exerting?
Well,
no.
Okay.
But it happens. So like your hands decelerate to speed the head up. So there's no drag.
Okay.
You can't control that.
Okay.
I mean, I can if I'm hitting it short, like a chip shot, but
Yeah.
no. Better. More.
More turn.
It's good contact.
It was
3 in a
slightly
row.
behind.
It's all right. Do it again. Like, let me see it. Just do a little one. Go like this. So step in here, throw it back. Just be like you turn the toe down and rip your body open.
Turn the toe down.
Yeah, you're just ripping that down and turn. So you're not trying to do it like, you're just trying to turn it down and rotate out of the way. Perfect. Now see how it was less to the right?
Yeah.
Now here's the thing, that was smoked.
Yeah.
The other ones were smoked too. They're just right because the face was open.
Yeah.
So that's your input. And that wasn't a big swing. That thing was hammered.
Yeah, I felt like I only went up here.
Yeah, no, that was perfect. Do that again.
Okay.
Now, could you make that a general overall move? That's what's in question.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to.
I have to beat that into you. Like, just make it a general overall move, not a specific, I'm hitting a bunch of golf swing positions. Here's your deal.
Yeah.
Get in here, push off the right to your lead side. Trail it and shut the face. So it's like, okay, all I'm doing is pushing off the right to the lead side.
Yep.
Trail it and shut the face down. Keep those 3 things. 1, 2, 3. Awesome. Okay. Good. Better. How'd you feel about that last one?
Felt okay.
Just okay. What part didn't feel amazing?
I just feel like sometimes when I'm turning, I'm not lagging it too. I mean, like leaving it behind. I feel like I'm like dragging it a little bit.
Why is that?
I think I just like can't dissociate a little bit too much. So I'm just like here and then,
Okay,
rather than being too like. You know.
So here's my opinion on that.
Yeah.
If you're too far right on your backswing, you're
Yeah.
going to speed your arms up so you don't hit the ground.
Okay.
That's where that's coming from. So like if I'm over here, no problem. Like I don't have that sensation that I'm gonna have a bottom issue.
Okay.
That's where that's coming from. So
Got it.
the better you get at pushing and turning to here, the less you have to do of like throwing arms down to the ball. Okay. So that's where that's coming from. Because you have plenty of separation. So if you look at this, you don't have a separation issue. So, or an X factor issue. You throw it back, pressure's landing. I mean, that's a nice backswing. That's fine. Okay. Like we can rip anything apart. Those are good tilts, good arm position, strong face. It's not open. Great separation. So you land left, you turn. So rib cage is closed, hips are open. That shaft's perfect outside the ball. Hips are getting there, face a hair. Like that's where I think you need to kind of attribute is like letting this just happen. That's a good downswing and not enough like driving through with that right side. I mean, the question is like, is the right side not driving open because the face is too open, or is it a combination of both?
Yeah, that's
Like, okay, well, at least I know what to do. Keep driving this and keep closing this. Like, just kind of learn to match those 2 things up.
Gotcha.
But this is really good. Exit's good, right? I mean, that's awesome.
Yeah, the closing is kind of something that I've kind of just done and not done, and I'm just trying to figure out what that feeling is to get this, or like
Just turn it over.
like this.
Yeah, just turn. Just feel like go to the extreme where it's like you turn this thing down through the golf ball. Like I don't care what it looks like. Just do it. You can always go back and like make it look pretty. Like just shut it down and turn hard. At the end of the day, like that's how you kind of want to think about it. Like don't try to make a pitcher look a certain way.
Yeah.
Try to hit a low hook as much as you can. So here, we'll do one. Set up.
Okay.
Okay, so set up to this ball. This is gonna be a fun one.
Yeah.
Do this as much as you can till you hit it in the left fence.
This?
As much as you can. I want you to low hook into the left fence.
Full swing and everything? Or?
However you need to do it. Get your pressure left and hook it into the left fence. Yeah. Not at the target, at the left fence. So do that again.
I was actually trying to turn that as much as possible.
Well, that's what I'm saying. So look,
Yeah.
if I got in here, okay, I'm gonna take it for you. No, you're good. And I'm trying to take this form, okay, and wrist, and I'm trying to supinate this arm, bow this wrist, and internally rotate this elbow, or this humerus.
Yep.
Where's that face pointing?
Down. Or like.
Totally turned down.
Yeah.
So if I did that, that ball would start over there. Okay? So that's your goal.
Okay.
As much of that as you want. So not at the target.
I'm actually just, I'm like trying to do it as much as possible, but like it's maybe, okay.
It's kind of telling, isn't it?
Yeah. Maybe
Do it again.
Try that.
Oh, we're getting there.
Okay.
That was different.
Yeah.
Pressure was just too long on the right side, but that was good. Drive. Yeah, drive.
I need to get that out of me.
It's okay. You don't like keeping your right foot down? I don't.
Yeah, I don't.
It's funny, if you go to like, back in the day, there's a clip or a Golf Digest had Tiger Woods, okay? Gray pants, purple shirt. And he's standing there and he's hitting all these positions and he's absolutely dominating all of junior golf by a very large margin.
Yeah.
And hit it really straight and really far. And there's a caption in there, it's like, well, what could he do better? Like, well, he could leave his right foot on the ground longer. Why? He's literally like, this whole thing right now with Scotty Scheffler, like going like that.
Yeah.
Like, does it really matter? Like, no. Is this good? Yes. Okay, then let the foot come up.
Okay.
We're chasing semantics here. So you're gonna hook this thing literally 45 degrees, low, sharp hook into that fence. Yay! By the way, you see how the ball came down? See how it's lower?
Yeah.
Can we look at that?
Yeah.
That was awesome. Okay. Did that ball draw?
Overdraw, yeah.
Okay. So you weren't steep.
Okay.
Just letting you know. It's for the internet. I mean, that backswing is legit. It looks like Xander up there.
I'll take that.
Different hat. Okay. Land. Let me make sure. Did we do this? We did. Good. Okay. Land. Turn. That our arm is in, right?
Yeah.
Pointing outside the ball. Left wrist. Is that better?
Yeah.
Right? For sure.
Yeah.
Club's working from the inside. The only reason why that hooked is look at your right hip. It's a little could drive that more.
Yeah.
That's the balance. So like for you feeling like you do this or that as much as you can, and driving this is to keep the ball from going there. So Wyndham Clark doesn't stand on the range and have an issue hitting it to the right. Wyndham has an issue hitting it left. So most tour players will draw the ball. None of them have a slap cut issue. None of them go like, eh, and do that. That's high handicap players.
Yeah.
So, and I don't care about, oh, this is better or this is better. It's like at the end of the day, they're all very good at de-lofting an iron, for sure. They want to actually feel like they're ripping open as they're closing the face down.
Okay.
Now, how they do that is all independently different. But for you, this needs to happen to keep the ball from ever going over there. Okay? That was really good.
Cool. Let me try again.
So now just drive the right leg internal as you do that.
Okay, got it. I guess the one thing...
You mean the fifth thing?
The eighth thing is like, when I go back and when I feel this, I feel maybe it's not happening. Like, you know how we wanted to stay there and it's kind of lagging so I could line it up. When I do this, I feel like I'm getting it pulled.
You what?
I feel like I'm pulling it and it's not like...
yeah, so drive your right hip longer, harder.
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Try to keep working so while you're doing this, yeah, it's going to try to line up on you. So, but drive this open so you don't hook it. All the way through. Like, just get out of the way. Like, that right hip is pointing almost over there. Yeah.
Okay.
Like the orange whip trainer.
Got it. Let me try that.
Or at the target. Got a lot of those at the target ones after you start feeling this. You notice that?
Yeah, I'm like trying to send it to the
No, I know.
left side. Okay, that's interesting.
Ooh.
Okay.
Ooh. That was good.
We need to try to.
You realize how good that one was?
Was that pretty good?
Yeah, see, it was flatter and it was compressed. It didn't balloon.
Yeah, man.
That was proper right there.
That was a good one.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
You didn't feel that?
Yeah, it felt good. I just.
Okay. Yeah, you need to bring that feel in. So when you ask me, like, what does a good shot feel like? That's what it feels like.
Okay, let me do this again.
Little bit right. Hit good though.
Yeah. I think I need to just open up
Dumb
more.
it down.
Yeah.
Trail it, drive it, and shut the face down. Ball 2, that's different.
Yeah, I think I just need to way over exaggerate this because I feel like I'm going to send it over. Like,
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. Like, okay. So, like, you can get all into the weeds in a golf swing. Like, you can look at bends, you can look at elbow position. I mean, you can go on this whole tirade.
Yeah.
It's a big waste of time.
Yeah.
Big waste of time. So, the best golfers in the world, I know people don't want, this isn't selling anything because it's so ambiguous in a way.
Yep.
But the best golfers in the world know they're going to start a ball on a certain line, they're going to curve it, and they're going to make good contact.
Yeah.
So, and they do it a whole bunch of different ways. You just have to get good at like doing those two to three things. Hit good contact, start on a line, and curve it dependently. If you just understand that, like, oh, well, my curve was to the right.
Yeah.
And it was starting right. So it wasn't a path issue. Your path on every ball here was a little in to out, but the face was just wide open. So it didn't have enough gear effect to bring the ball back.
Yeah.
Sometimes you did, but not very often. And they're really high.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, I can hit it low. I'm going to de-loft this club as much as I can, rip my body open, and get maybe an overdraw happening where it's low and overdrawing all day long.
Yeah.
Then you can actually start aiming the face more to the right at setup and start it right and do the same thing.
Gotcha.
Sounds like that's like a very like easy way to do this. Instead of thinking about your positions that look like Xander at the top.
Okay.
I mean,
got it.
keep it that easy.
And just trying to think about the body here. In order to, I know I'm like getting it to the left. I just need to get this even, like just rip this open.
Spin this out feeling.
And then that will just make it go pretty much like straight.
Yeah. I think you can play golf from there.
Yeah. let me see it one more time. If I were to like try to do this slowly though, you know, like kind of just get, is that possible? Without me trying to...
Maybe. I don't know.
Like me trying to get the... Okay, yeah.
That's awesome. How do I overthink this without telling you to overthink about it?
I try to maneuver around it. He got me.
Okay, really good, just the face, right?
Yeah. And I felt it like, I didn't even do this. I kind of like left it like this.
That's okay. That's feedback loop. That's good. Same. Awesome. Oh, we're trending, dude. That's great. Okay, so the most hook you've ever done and the lowest.
The lowest?
So you push the most forward, turn that down the most, and gun your hips. Ready? Ooh, that sounded like golf.
It sounded like it was super compressed. Okay, let me try one more. I guess I was always scared to kind of do this because it was going to hook to the face of the planet, but if I do this, it's just going to line up and...
Yeah.
Got it.
That is closer. Okay, so take your setup.
Yeah.
All right, do a mini one really slow like that. What would that feel like? So if I threw this back, turned it over, and I looked like that, what would that look like? Just kind of show me what it would look like. Yay, nay?
Yeah, I think, I mean, I got a little behind it, but...
That left wrist is better.
Yeah.
See, that's not over-rotated.
Yeah, that's crazy. I just think, yeah.
Right? That face, let me see this. That face right here is matching this bend, right? It's not like that. You think it is, but look at this. So stand back here for a second. So stand right there. I just want you to see this picture. So I'm coming through the ball. A face shouldn't be like that. See my left wrist? Now the only way it's going to be there is if I took it back like Victor. Okay? Okay? That doesn't feel very good.
Yeah.
That's a level left wrist. So as this is coming down, it's torquing. Boom, I hit the ball. That's where my face is. So my left wrist is actually like that.
Yeah.
Slightly. That's rotated, that's rotated, that's rotated.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I'm like that. That's where your right balls come from.
Yep.
Okay, which matches up to this going like, that way.
Yeah.
But if this is trailing, I can turn that over feeling and feel like I'm going to hit it over there, but then my brain goes, oh, okay, rip my body to line it up.
Yeah.
It won't look like this.
Yeah.
It'll just be there.
Because I've rotated this so...
Yeah, you rotated to there.
Yeah.
That's what should happen. That's level. Okay? But I would do a bunch of little ones like that.
Okay. Can we try to film that again, I think? So it's kind of just like boom, let it stay there, and then turn it down. For me, just
don't
as
think
much
too
as,
much about it.
much
Throw
as
it back
possible.
and turn.
Yeah.
There you go. Now do that again and don't let it go left.
Okay.
I think that swing direction was definitely going right. Okay, do that again. Oh, hello.
I just need to get this so open.
So do you remember like those little shots you were hitting before, how they were fine, but they're just kind of like fluffy 100-yarders?
Yeah.
That just went 150 yards.
Yeah, and I just like left it up here.
Right, so look at the difference.
Yeah.
So this is your feel, so here's that radius. Throw the object back. Boom, land left. There's your change of direction. See how you're already turning?
Yeah, oh, there it is, yeah.
Like you get good at that, this club will lag. If you're into that for the internet, if you're into that stuff, it's not actually lag, but you're just changing directions on that shaft. There's your handle.
Yep.
See, it's ahead, so your handle's there. You're not trying to drag it. And look at that left wrist. See how the butt end of the club is away from your hips?
Yeah.
So now you have extension, so there's no chicken wing.
Yeah, that makes sense. I think the two inputs here that just makes sense now is like, I mean, I could just over exaggerate this turn like this, but in order to kind of get it lined up, I just need to like...
You need to drive.
Just drive it as much as possible. And
You need to be like a little kid. So like little kids, you know, and I deal with them all the time, where this is just ripping, right? Just ripping open. And this is just trailing back here. And they get good at de-lofting it as they get older and they don't hit powder puffs up in the air, they start driving it.
Yeah.
Well, that just looks like it's square at P6 and square at P8.
Yeah.
But they have some of this going on. Now, like DeChambeau, because of how he sets this up, actively has a lot of that in there, right? But he does it on purpose because that's his pattern.
Yeah.
So opposed to if I was like gripping it weird, you know, you're not going to have a super strong grip. But I want you to have this pretty neutral and this turning down as much as you can.
Gotcha.
Okay.
And it's like the same feeling here at the full swing.
Yeah, but I want you just to, that last shot was incredible, so do a bunch like that.
Okay, got it. Interesting.
Like absolutely stunning. Yep. Very different.
Yeah, it's just like super compressed. The sound for sure is different.
Yeah, it's compressed now. We'll throw that one out. You're kind of late getting your lead side. Do that again.
Yeah, I feel like that happens when I just like let my right foot like go like that instead of
push away from it.
Like a pitcher on a mound vibe, I guess. Okay.
That's a good image, by the way. Pitcher on a mound.
Okay.
Pitcher on a mound doesn't go like this.
Yeah. I guess I was kind of scared to do that because I know I always get like so.
Your upper body gets too far forward.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't care. Right now,
figure it
we'll worry about that later.
Yeah.
If your lower body gets too far forward, your upper body might like being more back.
I see.
Bingo.
Jesus Christ.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, let's recap on this. So we started with how your pressure, like this is number one. Okay, you can't take this club back anymore with your hands and your arms.
Yeah.
I need you to throw the object back on a wheel that's more this way.
Yep.
And as you do that, you're pushing away from your right side so you go forward.
Yeah.
Even if your upper body's too far forward for right now.
Okay.
Like, we'll address that later. If this gets really good, we can attack that.
Okay.
Okay. The second piece was allowing this to trail on the downswing feeling.
Yep.
As you're ripping the face down and closed.
Yeah.
Okay, which obviously gets square, interestingly enough.
Yeah.
And just overdo it as much as you want. To keep it from hooking, you're driving this open. So you're just simplifying this out into three things.
Gotcha.
So that when you go golf,
Yeah.
you keep doing these three things regardless of the outcome.
Yeah.
Don't be an amateur golfer that goes, okay, well on the second hole, I tried to do this, and then on the fourth hole, I tried to do this. It's like, okay, you're asking for trouble. Like, there's no consistency. And then once again, you can't like submit to like consistency because your brain's going in 15 directions. I want those three things to be like your habitual thing that you're just going to kind of replay.
Okay.
Fair enough?
Yeah. That's good.
You good with that?
I'm good with that.
Okay.
Is that going to be the same thing for a driver?
Everything.
Everything.
Yeah.
Okay. Awesome.
Yeah. And specifically, like all your short, I'd love to see you hit like 9 irons and 8 irons that just are like screaming low, driving.
Yeah.
No more like hit it straight up in the air, floaty things.
Okay,
Yeah.
so basically those three things. Just do that.
Like I said, get good with 9 iron, 8 iron, like short irons, hit them low and hit them hard.
Okay.
Okay, what you'll notice with your driver is your brain's gonna wanna go more here in your setup with your driver, while then you're gonna be able to launch it, but I still want you to try to hit it low. I want low hooks with your driver. No more high kind of pull cuts.
Okay, got it.
I don't want to see shot tracer that does this at all. I want that.
Okay, got it. And then the last question here I want to reconfirm is the pressure here. The instant I move this, it's already
pushing you that way.
It's already pushing you on every club, basically.
Every club.
And I know, what was the first thing you were saying? The longer the club, it like.
Well, because longer, the duration you're pushing is longer.
So it's just like.
Yeah, it's just pushing you longer. So like when you get a driver, this is getting pushed longer to get you there.
I see.
But it's not loading longer.
It's pushing longer rather than loading longer.
And it's not staying over here longer because then I have nowhere to create torque.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
All right.
Makes sense?
We'll see. That's what I'll be grinding.
We'll see. You got this. You got this.
Awesome.
Man, this may have been the greatest lesson I personally have gotten, and hopefully it has sparked some light bulbs for you as well. If so, please share it with your own golf buddies like I have, and also check out this video down below. YouTube told me you would specifically like it. See you there.